Tired of cold calling and email outreach to land new freelance clients? Then you're not going to want to miss today's episode. Check it out. Howdy and welcome to another episode of the Laptop Empire Show with Mike Yonda. That's me. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to use Facebook groups to land freelance clients. In our last episode, I shared a bunch of proven ways to land freelance clients for whatever your freelance business may be, whether it's developing websites, doing Facebook ad management like I do, copywriting, what have you. And we went through just a list of things that work really well, so you have a lot of options. But today I want to dive deeper into my favorite option of all, which is using Facebook groups to land clients. Now, this is great for a lot of reasons. One, it's really effective, right? And that should be one of the more important things. But another thing is because it's a comfortable way of doing things, of building your reputation. And really, if you're worried about some of the other options that maybe require you to spend more time being a little bit more face-to-face with clients, maybe you're an introvert, right? I'm not, but my business partner is very introverted and he loves this method because it allows you to sit behind your keyboard, share your expertise with the world, build your authority in the communities you want to build your authority, and have people reaching out to you. And that can't be emphasized enough because when people are reaching out to you about your services and about how you can help them, that makes it so much easier to land a sale. And the Facebook group method, more than just about anything else I know, creates a situation where people are coming to you and asking about your services and how you can help them. It makes for easy sales. So let's dive into it. So the first thing you need to know about the group method is, what is it? And it's actually pretty simple. It's just the act of you going into a select number of Facebook groups that you do the research on and figure out where you know your target market is, and then become an active member in that community, helping other people, providing good posts, good comments. That way you have an opportunity to build relationships, build your authority, and then you can move conversations over to helpful calls that'll turn into sales calls, or into Messenger, where you can have a lot of conversations, build that relationship further, and move them down into your funnel. Because at the end of the day, conversations are what lead to sales. And so you need to create opportunities for conversations. Now, the thing about the Facebook group method is that there's a lot of best practices and more so things that you shouldn't do that a lot of people do. So I'm going to dive into a few of these things because the worst thing that you can do is make some of these common mistakes and end up just ruining your reputation. Okay. So the first thing that you need to make sure you don't do is you don't want to create a post in a group that's a blatant pitch. You want to bring something that's useful, right? A lot of people say you need to bring value, you need to give value. But a better way to look at it is you need to bring content that's useful and share it with the group, all right? And if there's rules in the groups that you're in, then you need to make sure you're following those rules and you're not violating them in any way. So things like going live in somebody else's Facebook group or posting a video generally are going to get you in trouble unless you have permission from that owner. But a great written post can do a lot of things as long as you're not telling people, to reach out to you via PM or to hop on a call with you. You don't want to have a direct pitch like that, but it's okay because if you do it right and it's really good content, people are going to reach out to you naturally. They're going to send you friend requests. They're going to hit you up in your PMs. The magic will happen on its own. All right. The next thing that you want to make sure that you're not screwing up is that you don't want to post the same content in multiple groups. Because if you post in one group and then you go to the next, and you go to the next, and you go to the next, and if you're doing this right and you're, have groups that you're hanging out in that have your, client avatar, so to speak, there's a good chance that people are going to be in multiple of the groups that you're in. And when you start doing that, they know that you're fishing. They know that you're looking for clients, and it's just a bad look. All right, so have unique content for specific groups. If you're gonna use content from one group in another group, you better wait a few weeks and make sure that it's at a totally different time. That way you don't end up ticking anybody off or looking bad. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that posting content in the groups isn't actually the best way to get people to start reaching out to you and to actually get results using the group method. The best way is actually using the comments and providing great comments for people's questions. So if there are certain things that you know to talk about, each group has a search function, and you can actually search the different posts and comments inside of a group to cover the topic you want to talk about. So if I was looking to help people with Facebook ads, I would search Facebook ads in the various groups and find conversations that are already happening, and then go in there and blow them out of the water with the knowledge that I have to provide, and by helping them find a solution to their problem. So a powerful comment is one of the best things that you can do, because it doesn't have that perception of you're trying to get something out of people that you can sometimes get with a post. It just looks like you're being super helpful. All right, so you want to go in there, you want to be helpful, leave the comments, and like I said, the magic will happen on their own. If you help somebody, they're going to send you a friend request, they're going to send you a PM thanking you, they're going to thank you in the post, and then it's going to get even better, because next time questions like that happen, the people that you helped with that comment and the people that read it, they're going to start tagging you in similar posts because they think you're an authority now. So they're going to go, oh, hey, if you need help with Facebook ads, you need to talk to Mike. He's the guy. And they're going to tag me, and then I'll be notified. It's my bat signal to come into that group and help that person, and it just builds on itself. Now, this takes time, but it's an incredible strategy. It will build your reputation, and before you know it, your inbox will be full with messages from people that you don't even know, who are interested in your services, know about your reputation, and want to hire you. So the money question when it comes to this topic is, how do I find these Facebook groups? How do I know what groups to join? And it's really pretty simple. I'm going to share with you two different ways that you can do it. The first one is, if you know who you're going after, if you're trying to help a certain type of person, then you want to find the groups that they're hanging out in. So for example, if you're doing local advertising for realtors, then you want to try and find communities that realtors are hanging out in for any kind of marketing, or even a non-marketing group that just has to do with realtors. Because if they're in there, the questions are going to come up and you're going to be able to help them, and you know that that's a giant pond full of your ideal customers. I used to do this all the time with Fit Pros, coming from an online fitness business and getting into the digital marketing world. I was part of all of these communities for online fitness owners and even local gym and boot camp owners. And so when questions would come up about marketing, local advertising, growing your email list, whatever, I would answer those questions. It was what I specialized in, and it was very easy for me to then, shift the activity there in the group to a conversation, which eventually led to a sale. There's another way though, and it's one of the things that I highly recommend you do with the group method. You don't just have to look for the groups that are around the niche that you want to work with. You also want to find groups online that are going to be beneficial to you, and then become an active member of the community. And I want to take a quick sidebar really quickly, because this idea that you need to become an active member of the community is incredibly important. This method, the group method, is teaching you how to use Facebook ads to get clients. But if you're coming at it from a place where your only goal is to get clients out of these groups, you're going fishing all the time, people can sense that. And then you're going to get a bad reputation, and it's going to backfire on you. You need to go into it actually with that goal, but also with the goal of helping people and learning something yourself. And that's why I always tell my students, when you are looking for groups to hang out in, you really want to look for the groups that have something that you want to learn, right? So it's really good. Look for groups about, like if you're a freelancer, look for groups about copywriting, or phone sales, or email marketing, or Google AdWords, right? Or whatever the other things may be that maybe you want to learn about. Because what's going to happen is you're going to become an active member, you're going to start learning those skills to improve your business, but you're going to see that in those kind of groups that you want to learn from, there's going to be people in those groups that want to learn about what you're doing. And so then you're going to be able to answer those questions, and you're going to help them. And those people might not necessarily be your ideal clients, but here's the kicker. They might have clients that need your services. Some of the best things I've done to get clients are just referrals, by creating referral relationships where I work with somebody like a funnel builder, or a copywriter, and they get done building building a sales funnel or writing a sales page, and then that person goes, great, I need traffic. Do you know anyone that can help me with that? And they go, of course I do. Mike Yonda's the man. He can hook you up with Facebook ads, and he can just flood this funnel with traffic so you can start getting results. And that's a super easy sale when that happens. So don't just look for the groups that have your ideal clients. Also look for the groups that you want to learn from and build relationships and start building those referral partnerships and just friends online that are doing what you're doing. Some of the best things that I've learned in business have come from being friends with other marketers, copywriters, and just people in the world that are doing different things that what I'm doing, that I'm interested in, that are my peers. So take advantage of that when you're doing the group method. All right, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Laptop Empire show. We've got another episode coming to you next week, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central, just like we do every single week. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you'll never miss an episode.